Welcome back to Unstuck TV. Before the break, we were talking about products and services that are offered from the stage so that you can get more of an experience from the speaker. And so, Cheryl, can you tell us a little bit about what people can walk away with if they come and hear you speak?
And if you call within the first 10 minutes. No, I'm sorry, I had to do that. I've actually always really wanted to be on an infomercial. It's one of my life goals.
We have like 20 minutes left. We can make this one.
Could we do that? Okay. So, you know what? This is like one of my proudest accomplishments. I've written books before. I have 3 novels that are gathering dust on my computer right now. Although one of them may be coming out at some point. I might be publishing it. Woo! Excitement. Okay, good. So anyway, but this is one of my like proudest things. And hold on, I took a class in Stage Time University, and I was taught how to hold my book. So you have to hold it right up next to your head.
There you go.
Okay. So this is Surviving to Thriving, and this was my answer to all of the crap that's gone on in my life. And it's appropriate that I said it that way because I have a bit of a potty mouth, if you hadn't figured that out from the show yet. So if that offends you, not for you. But if you want something that's real, it's not just about my divorce and the epic explosion that led up to it. It's more about the tools that I've used throughout my life and really throughout the last 10 years just to go from surviving to thriving. We're all going to experience problems in our life. It? Oh, everyone. No, anybody that can read. You know what? If you're going through a challenge, if you're going through a career change, a divorce, an illness, loss of a loved one, it's nothing new. It's not. Like, I would love to tell you that this is all...
How not to sell your book.
No.
This is nothing new.
No, but
new.
It's true. We're all saying the same thing. There are universal truths out there that we're all sharing, but what makes it different is how we deliver them. And a friend of mine threw a book party for me, and this is my favorite story because he is like a brother to me. And he was the first person to buy my book. Mm-hmm. And he was one of the last people to read it. Because he had it on his nightstand and he kept saying like, oh, you know what? Oh, Cheryl wrote a book. She's like a sister to me. I have to buy it, but Cheryl wrote a book. You know, what am I going to learn from this? And he picked it up one day and he called me the next day and he said, you know, I went through the entire book in one night. And he said, it changed how I look at things. And that's really my goal with this book, is to help people change how they see the world around them. And just as an example, you know, one of the things that I talk about is not being a victim. Right. And that's a theme that's really present in all of our presentations and all of our lives, is that when you're a victim, you give up that power. And you allow yourself to be victimized again. You allow yourself to go through those same situations again. But when you take responsibility for it, instead of saying, you know, this happened to me, I allowed this to happen. There were warning signs with my ex-husband. I'm not going to say that, you know, life was absolutely perfect and then one day it wasn't. There were big red blinking flags, but I chose to ignore them. So going forward, you know, I have to take responsibility for what happened and for what happens in the future. And being able to say that is empowering.
Well, let me go back to the nothing new comment.
Yeah.
Because I think that I say all the time that everybody brings their 3 E's with them. Your education, your experiences, your emotional intelligence. Mm-hmm. So I believe that every time if I were to read that book 10 times, it would be new 10 times over. Mm-hmm. Because we're always going through different things. So, yeah, there might be nothing new under the sun, but there's a new way to phrase it. There's a new story they can hear, a new perspective they can gain. Even if they read it 3 times in a row, they're going to get different perspectives each time. So don't undersell the fact that there's nothing new. You do have something new.
How to sell someone else's book.
Right.
No, it's true. And, you know, you can hear the same thing from 5 different people, and it's not going to resonate with you. I feel like we need Pee Wee Herman to jump out of my.
We have Darren watching his Stage Time University. How many times have we been through that? And yet every time you learn something new that you just have to jump in and start doing.
It's true.
I've heard it 100 times.
True.
I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
So.
And thank you,
absolutely.
Doug. Doug saying it's a fantastic book.
Very good.
But you know what? There's one other thing that I want to mention, because as I previously stated, cause marketing is really important to me. And I haven't talked about dogs at all yet.
You have a cause. What cause?
Wow. We're like 40 minutes in or something, and I haven't talked about animal rescue yet. This is impressive and scary. So if you know me at all, you know that I am a huge, huge animal lover, and have really devoted my life to speaking for those who have no voice. So anytime you buy my book, which you can get through me on my website, Cheryl Green Speaks, or you can get on Amazon, anytime you buy the book or hire me to speak, I donate a portion of that to Hearts Alive Village, Las Vegas. And that's part of what I love, is I get to help people, and I also get to help the animals. So feeding 2 birds with 1 scone.
One scone.
One scone.
I caught that. Cheryl's a brave soul. She lives in Las Vegas and has a business card that says Director of Cuddling.
I do.
That's very brave here in Vegas.
So far, it has not been taken wrong.
Aside from your book, how else can you stay in touch with people or help people after your speech? Is there...
So I'm very focused on story. Whether it's story for your business, helping you to sell your products and, to really stand out from the competition, or story in your own life, learning how to share your personal experiences. I love to do story coaching. So book coaching, I do a whole bunch of writing for businesses and things like that, and then some workshops on how to use story for business and for nonprofits, because ultimately that's my heart. So just reach out. It's CherylGreenSpeaks.com, and that's Cheryl with an S.
Awesome.
So, all right, we've got a couple minutes left before the break. John, what do you do?
What do I do?
What do you do?
Nothing.
Okay.
I just sit here and watch you. That's all there is to do.
Then we've got 2 minutes for you to do that.
I tell you what, let's do this. Let's take our break just a couple minutes early, and when we come back, we'll share a little bit more about what I do. That's okay.
Perfect. We'll see you soon.
Okay.